Why is it important to have alone time, or let's say me time? People tend to be social creatures, and research has shown that social connections are vital for our emotional, physical, and psychological well being. However, alone time, which is sometimes called, let's say, private time or solitary time, simply meaning spending time just by yourself, which is spending time alone, is also good for you as it plays a positive role in your mental health. Hi, this is Jyotika Bedi, founder of Happiness is Love, here for you, sharing some signs you need time alone. It's not always easy to recognize those signs that you might just need some downtime, some time away from people to unplug and press the pause. What are these signs to watch out for? Feeling short-tempered, getting easily irritated by minor things, losing interest in doing things with other people, feeling suddenly overwhelmed or just overstimulated, having trouble concentrating, getting anxious about spending time with other people. If you're a parent, you'll understand this. The good news is that even if you are struggling with any of these signs or symptoms, just a little bit of alone time can have a significant impact in your well-being. In one study, people who reported spending approximately, let's say about 11% of their time alone, experienced fewer negative emotions and feelings in subsequent demanding social experiences. The benefits of alone time are huge. Having time for yourself gives us the chance to break free from social pressures and helps us tap into our own thoughts, our own feelings, and our experiences. Finding time to be alone can also have a number of other benefits. Some of these can include improved personal exploration, self-reflection, increased creativity, more social energy. So what is loneliness versus being alone? Even before the pandemic, experts warned of a loneliness epidemic that threatened the wellness of people of all ages. Research suggests that people experience more loneliness now than they have ever in the past. There is a tsunami of loneliness. There is abundant evidence showing that loneliness can have devastating impacts on our health. It has been linked to elevated blood pressure, cognitive abilities, social anxiety, and an increased risk even for Alzheimer's disease. Loneliness is linked to a wide range of negative health consequences, including a high risk for depression, anxiety, obesity, and even high blood pressure. However, it is important to remember that being alone doesn't equal loneliness. Where loneliness is marked by negative feelings associated with isolation, alone time involves finding freedom, inspiration, and rejuvenation in solitude. More recently, researchers have begun to explore this idea that a certain amount of quality time just sitting in silence can be just as vital for our emotional and physical wellness. I do this often. During the day, I just unplug. Ways to get your alone time? If you are thinking of spending time alone, what are those ways? It is important to think of how to do it. So it is important to do this in ways that are beneficial to you and helps you feel more upbeat, because being alone sometimes is beneficial because it helps us rewire our brain. It is important that you feel like you can return to your social world whenever you like after having spent some downtime. Pick a time. Figure out when you'd like to spend some time alone. As a parent, you need to schedule that me time on your calendar. Plan that time and make sure that other people, especially your loved ones, know that they cannot interrupt you during this time, because this is your time. This is sacred time, which is non-negotiable. Turn off social media. Work on eliminating all those distractions, particularly those ones that invite social comparisons. Your focus needs to be on your thoughts, on your interests, on your feelings, and not on what other people are doing. That's not the plan. That's not what we're going to do in alone time. Plan something. Not everyone is comfortable spending time alone. I get that. I know it's hard for some of you. So you might find it helpful to plan out what you really want to do ahead of time. This might involve just some deep breathing, grounding, exercising, relaxation time, exploring a favorite hobby, playing with your dog, or reading a book to start with. Take a walk. Research has found that being outside, being with nature, has huge benefits and impacts our well-being. If you're feeling cooped up and stifled by, let's say, too much social engagement and interaction, spending just a little time outdoors by yourself, enjoying a small change of scenery can have a big impact on your happiness and well-being. Think about that you might like to do by yourself. Then just start by doing it. Small steps, small actions, but start now. How much alone time is healthy, you might be thinking. Each person has different needs for quiet time, for solitude and social time. My social battery runs out very fast. Some might need just a few minutes now and then to just reset that button or reset a bad mood, while some of us, I'm an introvert, so for me, I require extensive stretches of alone time to rejuvenate myself, to repair myself. So try finding that balance between the two that works for your unique needs. Getting others to respect your alone time is very important. Finding time to be alone isn't always easy. It's difficult, I get it. Those around you may have different social needs and may not understand this need of alone time or downtime or silence. I get it. Family obligations and especially parenting responsibilities can also make it tough to carve out time for yourself. As a mother of 3 teenagers and a working professional, some steps, some actions that I take to ensure that I get my time alone. And I will share with you things that have helped me, techniques and tools that help me. Be clear. I'm very clear in telling people around me, whether it's my children, workers, family members, or even my partner, that I need this downtime. It's very important for me to spend time alone. Be specific. I'll let people know what this means. For example, you might say that you need a certain amount of uninterrupted time, let's say, to read a book or a project that you're working on, or watching a television show, or listening to a podcast that is important to you. Communicate this. Let people know. Return the favor. If people are willing to take steps to ensure that you get some alone time, then it is important for you to also show the same to them and show the same consideration. It's very important. It's give and take. I also offer to take on some responsibilities while they have some space to themselves, especially my spouse, because he needs downtime too. Be flexible. I'm flexible. If you are trying to find time for yourself when you don't live alone or you live in close quarters with people around you, you probably need to be a little more flexible and look for those opportunities to carve out time for yourself. Prioritize your alone time on your calendar. I also wake up early in the morning to just enjoy some quiet time, the silence, the peaceful time to just myself before others in the house wake up, and then I have to wake up the children. And if that isn't an option, doing things like going for a walk outdoors or having other family members watch your children or take over some household duties and responsibilities while you take that break is very helpful for your growth, your happiness, and your well-being. I know we're not taught to do this. We're not taught to ask for help or tell people that I need some downtime. We feel guilty and sometimes even selfish. I did too. You are not alone. However, the most important work you will ever do is sit in silence, to self-reflect, to pause, to unplug from the world, to reconnect with yourself so that you can repair. Because I believe that a well-rested mom is a better mom. So as a parent, give yourself this gift. Even if you're a professional and you feel overstimulated, take those mini breaks. Make sure that in the middle of the chaos that you experience at work, just 10-minute break will help you rewire your brain, will give you the energy that you need. And if you're feeling overstimulated or overwhelmed, say it out loud. Let people around you know that I am feeling overwhelmed or I am feeling overstimulated right now. I need to go for a little walk. You see, just by you communicating your needs will help you in your well-being and in your happiness. If you're struggling with any aspect of your life, you can reach out to us. We at Happiness is Love truly believe that together we can build ourselves, each other, and a better tomorrow. Which of these tips and techniques, or let's say strategies that I've shared with you, have helped you? or you are using them or you will find useful, please comment below. I would love to hear from you. Until then, keep smiling, keep shining, keep inspiring.